Good afternoon. It is the good time to present my paper with title Analysis Adding Value and Profit Margin on Smallholder Dairy Farming at Batu City, East Java. This research is done by me and my colleagues Abid Babaki Mahidin. We come from Socio-Economic Department, Fakulty Animal Science, Brawijaya University, Malang, East Java, Indonesia. My research is based on the contradiction situation at Batu City. And we know that Batu City is, is well known as the tourist destination. However, the dairy farming still exists in this area. And in fact, many of labor, they prefer, they mostly prefer to working at a job that related to tourism. Even though dairy farming is based on the previous study, is very important for the people in the rural area, like for advancement and so on. But in this case, it's different one. And here, the farmer has the difficulty, I think, related to maybe to land, related to the maybe to labor, because not many labor is preferred to dairy farming because of the tourism destination in Batu City. That's why we want to know how the dairy farmer can maintaining, improving, and sustaining the small scale dairy farming. So we needed to research, but the research is focuses on the on-farm sector adding value. Particularly, we need to see about the economic sustainable of dairy farming. So the research addresses to examine about the profile of smallholder dairy farmer, and also we need to know about the what's dairy farming value added and the profit margin as well. In this study, we use a multi-stage sampling method to choose 33 small-scale dairy farmers, and we divide by three scale 1, scale 2, and scale 3. That you can see in this this presentation here, and we do the research in the Batu City, particularly in the Bumi Aji sub-district and Gunung Sari village. And we have two data, primary and secondary data collection. Primary data we use survey method, but we still use offline survey method, not online. And here we have still using structured questionnaire to find the primary data like protection, cost, revenue, and so on. And data analysis, we use descriptive economic formulation like adding value, technical, income, and profit margin. We found that farmers in the Batu City, this aged, they represented by farmers that aged around 46 until 60 years. It means this is including in the productive age. And then the education, mostly the education is under secondary school, and they have long experience in operating dairy farming. This is about 21 until 30 years. And also they come from the middle family member. This is about 4 until 6% family members. And when we look at the adding value, particularly on the on-farm sector, we found that scale 2, that is have like 5 until 6 animal unit, they have the high value added, about 45 until 20, 45.20%, 45 to 20%, compared to other scales. And also, if we look at only the output from breast milk only, the scale 2 also, represent the the best one of the value adding. This is about 29.55%. Why they have most cycle? If we look at here, they have maybe efficient in the in the production costs, yeah? And also they have like the many of lactating cow, and also the productivity of lactating cow in the scale 2 is more higher compared to the other. This around 12 liters, yeah, something like this one. And then if we look at the profit, yeah, profit and profit margin, we can see it is a PowerPoint here that scale 2 have the highest one in the profit margin, yeah, about 25 or 36%. Why? Because if you see in this table 2, you can see that production cost of scale 2 is more efficient compared to the other scale. Yeah? Even though the revenue is still lower, yeah, compared to other one, but the profit margin is still good one from scale 2. However, if we look at the profit margin from milk only, we see in here scale 3 have the biggest, yeah, because profit margin about 60.16, yeah, 0.12% of profit margin. Okay, then we can, see in the revenue structure. Revenue structure is I think from 3 scale is already the same from scale 1 until scale 3. This between 78 and 70, almost 90%. This is from selling milk, and from the selling cows is about 10 until 11% of the. If you look at structure of fixed cost, the highest fixed cost is come from the land and building tax. Sorry, from land rent. Yeah, why? Because in here, because they have, no many like access to the land, so farmer planting the grass by rent of the rent some land to planting the grass. So that's why they need to pay the land rent in here. That's why the percentage the land rent is highest one, about the 50% the highest one come from the scale 2. Yeah? And the variable cost. Yeah? The variable cost is, this is a little bit ridiculous. See? And here, why? Because the concentrate feed, the percentage of concentrate feed in Ostrata is lower, yeah, compared to the cost from the forage feed. Yeah. That's why? Because the grass come from the land rent like this one. So they are, but the lowest one, the efficient one and variable cost is in here. We see in the here come from scale 2, I think, or maybe scale 2. Okay. So the conclusion, respondents were male farmers aged 50 under 59 years old with secondary school education and land experience about 20 years and 30 years in raising dairy cattle, and they come from medium family members, about 405%. And then second conclusion is farmer who raise 5 until 7 animal unit, this is in the scale 2, achieve the highest value added, about 57.36%, followed by 43.30% for scale 3 and 37.46% for scale 1. And then profit margin was best performing in scale 2 was 30.63% compared to scale 3 and scale 1. So, the station, we have 3 stations. The first, the utilization of qualified forests need to be improved to increase milk productivity. And the second, the ratio between fodder and concentrate feed need to be evaluated for the appropriate comparison. And then the third station, the clean and healthy environment required to be promoted in order to achieve good and safe milk product. This is all my presentation. Thank you.